Hi, I'm Capobianco from the OECD Competition Division, and I'm here with Lynn Robertson. We will walk you through the agenda of the Competition Committee and the working parties and the Global Forum. So Lynn will talk to you about the Global Forum. The Competition Week will be the week of the 2nd of December. And as usual, we'll start with the working parties. Working Party 2 will organize a roundtable on independent regulators. It's an opportunity to go back to a traditional topic for the Working Party. We'll look at the purpose and objective of independent regulators, their relationship with competition authorities, and how to ensure independence of these institutions. Working Party 3 will deal with a procedural topic, confidentiality issues and access to file. It's part of the long-term theme, the strategic theme of the Competition Committee on due process. Would be an opportunity again for delegates to describe their practices, their procedures, how they protect confidential information, which are valued around the world, but the process and the means in which they do that changes according to jurisdiction. The two working parties will also deal with other topics. They're trying to develop instruments on competitive neutrality, and that will be done in Working Party 2, and on due process and procedural fairness, and that will be Working Party 3. Working Party 3 will also kick off work on international cooperation together with ICN. The Competition Committee will host two roundtables, a roundtable on a new topic for the committee, barriers to exit. So we'll look at the literature, the very extensive economic literature of the importance of barriers to exit to ensure competitive markets. We'll also look at enforcement practice and how competition authority actually take into account barriers to exit in the assessment of behaviors and mergers. The other topic is hub and spoke, again a topic which is come back to the agenda of the committee. We'll look at practices of jurisdictions on vertical relations that have an horizontal effect. We look at traditional practice like information exchanges, but also more new and cutting-edge topics which have been brought back by the digitalization, the digital agenda. So RPM, for example, some authorities are interested in looking at that. That will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of that week, and then we'll have the Global Forum, which is coordinated by Lynn.
So the Global Forum will take place on the 5th and 6th of December. It's comprised of 2 days, and we have several sessions this year at the Global Forum. It's going to be opened by Jean Tirole from the Toulouse School of Economics, and afterwards we'll continue with our sessions. The first session will be Competition Under Fire, which is also the theme of this year's Global Forum. And we've seen a growing skepticism about competition, so this panel is going to examine issues whether or not the consumer welfare standard remains valid. It's going to look at industrial policy objectives, and it'll look at public interest goals as well and how they fit in competition. Following this panel, we move on to our session on competition provisions in trade agreements. And many trade agreements do carry commitments on competition, whether it's to implement a competition law or competitive neutrality. The forum will also explore in-depth merger control in dynamic markets such as those in the high technology sector, consumer retailing, where it's particularly difficult for competition authorities to predict how these markets are going to evolve. Our next session will be on competition for the market. So rather than considering competition for market share or consumers, we're going to look at competition in terms of getting access into the market, whether natural monopolies or legally protected monopolies. Finally, we're introducing a new type of session to the GFC because we know that many competition authorities are challenged by the digital economy. The OECD, over the years, we've developed a great storehouse of knowledge on competition in the digital economies, and for non-OECD members, accessing this knowledge can be particularly difficult. What we felt would be interesting for them is to have the opportunity to have one-on-one discussions with the Secretariat where we can answer their questions, we can take them through this expertise that we've developed. So if non-member economies are interested, they're asked to contact the Secretariat and we can see about setting up an appointment. I'm emphasizing non-member economies, but of course members of the OECD are welcome to take advantage of this platform as well, because we know that they too sometimes can be overwhelmed about what we have on stock. For more information, please do consult the program of the GFC available on our website.
Well, Lynn, thank you very much. It seems we have another exciting week at the OECD here in December. If any of you is interested in reading a little bit more about these topics, please consult the web pages that we are made available on our website about each of these topics. There will be paper from the Secretariat and from the countries. Thank you so much.
Thank you.